Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VI. Since last time, got Shadow in the party in place of Edgar, and I went back to the Veld to pick up 3 more Behemoth suits for a total of 4. 2 of them I want to save for Realm and Strago because it is their best armor in the game. And the other 2 I went back to the Colosseum with and wagered them as anti against outsiders, and by doing so I won 2 snow mufflers. Wait, what? If you wear a muffler on your body to protect you, you might be a redneck. No. Actually, in better translations, these are known as snow scarves. But I'm sure a muffler is just as cozy as a scarf. Thank you, Ted Woolsey, for that pro translation. Now, as ridiculous of a name as that is, let's check it out. Best piece of armor in the game for Mog and Gaw, as you can tell by the stats on the left there. It allows them to achieve perfect physical defense, which is 255. Even in the front row, they're only going to take about 1 or 2 damage from anything, and in the back row, that's reduced to 0. Unless it pierces defense, but that rarely happens. It also cuts fire damage in half and absorbs ice damage, so that's pretty nice. Now, since we're also in my inventory, I figured I'd show you. I went ahead and sold any old equipment I wasn't using, cleaned up my inventory, and I picked up 99 ninja stars because their battle power of 132 compared to shurikens, which were like 86 or 87. So much better for Shadow. That's going to replace shurikens for the rest of the, well, most of the rest of the game. And the other thing I wanted to show you guys is somebody asked me, hey Kai, how is it that you know the elemental affinities of weapons when the in-game descriptions don't tell you? Perfect example are these elemental swords. It tells you it'll randomly proc a spell. That's good to know, but it doesn't tell you the weapon itself is elemental. So what you do is you just examine the item and it'll tell you right there. Like the Pearl Lance is holy elemental. The Flame Saber is fire elemental. The Blossom Daggers that I told you earlier in the game are wind elemental. There's no description, but if you examine it, you can tell. Now, why the Air Lance it tells you it is, but no other weapon in the game does, I don't know. That's just the way it is. So, there you are. Now, to go over my setup here, very briefly. Nothing too special on Shadow. Just a Thief Knife to boost his speed and evade a little bit. Now, everybody wants Marble Shoes and damage boosting accessories. And everybody wants Gaia Gear, even Terra. Although the Minerva cuts the earth damage in half, I would rather her just have a Gaia Gear to absorb earth attacks. If you don't have Gaia Gears, then you want to equip everybody with the Cherub Down Relic, which gives you permanent auto float. You will see why in the near future. And if you've been following along this LP the last 2 episodes, you know that whenever I equip Marble Shoes on somebody, probably have a boss coming up. Now, if you don't want to take the time to go through the Colosseum like I did and get Marble Shoes for everyone, just go with damage boosting accessories. As long as you have Gaia Gear, you're fine. If not, you want to go with Cherub Down Relics, which you can buy in Jador, now that we're in the World of Ruin. Also, now that we have Shadow, he has access to the Memento Ring. Where is it? There it is. Which protects against instant death, zombie, and petrify, so you could use him to have a much easier time in those Colosseum battles that I showed you a few episodes ago. It's a little less tedious, but still pretty reliant on luck. And if it wasn't already obvious, yes, I kept all of the many failed attempts off-screen, along with all of the obscenities that came with them. So yeah, but look at this description. This is interesting. Departed Mother's Love protects against instant death attacks. Now, the only 2 characters in the game that can wear that are Shadow and Realm. Very curious. By the way, this is where you buy ninja stars. And this is where you find out that Shadow went to the Colosseum after you rescue him. Now, it's very obvious that there is a connection between Shadow, Realm, and Thamasa here. By the way, Evan's Rock is now above water. Alright. We'll be going there soon to finish a side quest we started way back in the World of Balance. Oh, you woke up there too? Oh, you just say the same thing as that other guy did, who's across the world. Apparently the game really wants us to go to Doma. But we won't be doing that today. Today what we'll be doing is... Actually, you know what? Yeah, I still like the Marvel shoes for the auto haste and the regen, even though I have the Gaia gears on. Besides, Sabin won't be needing earrings for what I'll be doing with him. Oh, as far as Espers go, I got Bismarck on Shadow for strength, Ifrit on Sabin for strength, Zone Seek on Terra for magic, and Palador on Celis, so she can start working on Haste 2 and Slow 2. Terra already learned those when I was on the Veld. So today what we want to do, well, first thing I want to do is let's get Sabin's side quest out of the way. Another really cool thing about this game is that after you recruit characters, they each have their own unique side quest. Some of them are dungeons, some of them are just little cutscenes that teach them special abilities, some of them are just recruiting the character themselves. So today we'll be doing Sabin's. And the tip for this one is that Duncan's wife tells us Duncan is alive and he's near Narsh training. Gee, I wonder where he could be. Yeah, this tree formation isn't suspicious at all. Game? Oh, you really like fucking with me, don't you? Well, let's see how powerful those ninja stars are. But yeah, some characters like Terra and Shadow, their side quest is just recruiting them. And then other characters like Locke, Cyan, Strago, you know, they actually get their own unique dungeon that we get to go through. So that's pretty cool. I like that. Game was kind of lagging there for a second. Hey, Terra gained a level. Awesome. And Sabin got poisoned. Yay. Hey Duncan, how's it going? You look just like Bannon. I'd gone. There we go again with the poor euphemisms for death. You'd think I'd be used to it by now, but no, I'm not. Never ceases to amaze me. Crying? There's no crying in baseball. Just like Florida never ceases to amaze me. You know, anytime I see a news headline, the first thing I say to myself is, please don't be Florida, please don't be Florida. And 9 times out of 10, it's Florida. Most recently, some lady down there, complete whack job, got arrested for, I don't know, drowning a child after attempting to poison another one or something like that. Because she had just watched a Dragon Ball fight scene between a Grandmaster and his student. No. Apparently, her pastor preached some sermon about this happening in the Bible or something, and she took it to heart and went out and tried to reenact it and got caught. And then you got the whole bath salt incident, which was down in Florida, and so many other things. It never ceases to amaze me. Sometimes I don't tell people I lived in Florida for many years. But anyways, for coming here and talking with Duncan, we learned the almighty Bum Rush. The hell kind of name for a blitz is that? Come on, Woolsey. No, that's actually a pretty cool name. I like it. Yeah, give Kefka the boot. Right in the ass. And we get Power Ranger poses from everyone. Awesome. Let's take a look at that. Wow, look at that input command. Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the ass to do on a keyboard, but we'll see what I can do. We'll see what I can do. By the way, that whole scene there, and I don't know, it's just so ridiculous and over the top. I love it. Actually, whoops, wrong button. Did not want to do that. Let's see, what I want to do now is... Yeah, I think we're all ready to go. Let's go put that blitz to use at the Opera House. Yeah, let's see how these guys are doing. And we're back. Had to go open a window because it was getting hot as balls in here. And yeah, we're not having that. Greetings, citizen. What seems to be your boggle? Bonus points if you get that reference. Well, let's see what's going on. What? A dragon is on the stage? Yeah. As dumb as that sounds, you know, that's part of what makes Final Fantasy as great as it is. You know, it's part of the charm, being so silly, ridiculous, over the top. And at least up until Part 9, that's what Final Fantasy was all about. After that, they kind of lost their way. They tried to be too serious, and it just felt awkward and weird, in my opinion. Anyways, if you hit these switches in the world of balance during the opera scene, it would disrupt the opera and give you the fail flag, causing you to start all over. Hey, who turned out the lights? But actually now, we want to... Yeah, we'll hit this one. Pull the lever, Crunk! Wrong lever! Alright, it's boss time against the Dirt Dragon himself. Now this guy is weak to water and air, so we want to throw air lances at him. Morph with Terra, and we want to cast slow on this guy. This is why I saved those blossoms pretty much the entire game. Now, let's see how good Bum Rush is without an Atlas armlet. Wow, 8,500 damage from Sabin. And 6k from Shadow, not bad either. It'd be great if I could not screw that up. But yeah, as you can see, this guy does nothing but Earth Elemental attacks. Now with the ladies, you just want to use whatever level 2 elemental spell you have. Between Shadow and Sabin, you'll get this guy. Yeah, there you go. You can also put him to sleep if you want to, and put him in an endless sleep cycle like I did against number 24 back in the Magitech factory. Now for defeating one of the 8 legendary dragons, we get the Magus Rod, or the Magus Rod, best weapon in the game for Strago. And part of the seal has been broken. Alright. So now I want to rearrange my setup one more time. But I'll just meet you on the airship after I do that. Alright, we're back. And for the next area, I only want 3 party members. And you will see why. Don't worry, I have a plan. So now I want to head back to Narsh. There it is. By the way, if you're not using Gaia Gears or Cherub Downs against the Dirt Dragon, and you're just using the float spell, he has a move that will cancel float on your whole party, so be prepared to recast it or heal. Well, let's see what's going on in Narsh. Hey, a ghost is here. Ah, Magicite. No, I think I know enough about those guys. Well, let's go into the mines first. We got monsters outside. Mastodon and Red Wolf, weak to fire. By the way, I like to bring Shadow to that battle, because at this point in the game, we don't really have access to water attacks, or wind attacks for that matter. So having Shadow along to throw those air elemental daggers does a lot of good damage. But just like before, we got a secret passage. And the town seems kind of desolate. Oh, mag rotors. I should probably move these closer up my list. Town is got a creepy little fog about, doesn't it? Oh, Test Rider, another new enemy. I believe we can just rasp this guy to death. Always have trouble finding that spell. Getting back to the whole Shadow Realm, the Massa thing I was alluding to at the beginning of this video, since the game implies it very heavily, but they never come out and actually say it, I'm going to go ahead and tell you guys. The relationship between Realm and Shadow is, wow, a lot of new enemies. Shadow is Realm's father, and no, that's not a spoiler. Hush. Oh, that sucks. Wasn't expecting that, kind of threw me off guard there. But yeah, that's why in Shadow's dream we saw a man who was Shadow, obviously it was a flashback dream, leaving the Massa, and he was leaving a girl behind. That girl was Realm. Now her mother, we assume, died in childbirth, but the game never actually says that. But that's why Strago is raising Realm as his own daughter, because her mom died and Shadow walked out. That's why Interceptor is so fond of Realm, because he was fond of her in the dream. That's also why... oh, that explains everything. You know, the Memento Ring, Interceptor, why Shadow had a flashback of Thamasa, why we brought him to Thamasa, why if you don't save Shadow, you have Realm in that cave instead. That's the relation, and the game never comes out and directly says it. Even in the rest of Shadow's dreams, we learn more about him, but we don't learn more about him and her together. I heard there was a removed scene where Strago flat out confronts Shadow about it, and he admits to it. Hang on, I think Celis is close to leveling. No, not quite. But yeah, in case you can't put two and two together, that's the whole story behind that. Yeah, these guys, pretty easy with Shadow, just use a bolt scroll. It is possible to unlock Shadow's dreams in the world of balance, by the way. However, the window of opportunity is pretty small. You only have a few chances to recruit him, and you probably don't know about his dreams, or you probably have no need to even sleep at an inn with him in your party, so most people don't see them until they get to the world of Ruin. Which, if I haven't already said so, there are 5 dreams in total, and I'll be showing you the other 4 in a bonus episode. Unfortunately, they're random. They don't show up in order, so I'm going to have to record all 4 dreams and then put them in order and then put them into a video. But I will be doing that in due time. now she's close to leveling. Yeah, I should probably give her a magic boosting Esper. Whoops. I like how I give Sabin his most ultimate attack, and then in the very next scene I take him out of my party. There is a reason for that though, worry not. Wow, they're still alive? Don't worry, Sabin will get more screen time in the near future. Bum Rush is a boss destroyer, as you saw. It also frees up one of his relic slots. And let's get her back on Palador now. Hey, hey, it's Mog, alright. Feeding the worms. Kupo ho ho. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Sasquatch muscle. Wait, no. Really, game? We're gonna get a Sasquatch to join our party? Hell yeah! well, that's why I only wanted 3 people in my party, so that way Mog will join us immediately. But first things first, if you examine the wall where he was standing, you get a secret Moogle charm. Yeah. Equip that on Mog, and there are no more random battles. Period. Let's see if the game description will actually say that for once. Yeah, no random enemy battles. Very handy for an LP. Obviously. Let me know what you guys think of me using this accessory. I'll use it right now just because we're at the end of the video and I want to go pick up an item really quick. Oh, you can't wear them? Anyways, I could have sworn I had some equipment for him. Okay, so you get the diamond shield, and now you get the flame shield. Why can't you wear a diamond shield? Anyway, I don't know, I'll fix that momentarily. But let's see, for Espers, give you that to work on strength. So yeah, let me know if you want me to use the Moogle charm or not, like for exploring dungeons. I can show off new enemies in an area like once or twice and then put that on and do all the dungeon crawling, or I can leave it off like I've been doing up to this point. But let me know what your thoughts on that matter are, and let me know what you think about getting a ribbon. Yeah, if you save this box for now, this is what it becomes. Much better than a rune edge, in my opinion. But when we come back next time, we're going to continue exploring Narsh and the mines up north, and see what we can do about, well, apparently Mog says we're going to recruit a Sasquatch. So until then, guys, have a good day, take care, and as always, thanks for watching.